We'll start.
Nokar mantra.
Yeah,
We'll start.
Okay, fine.
we'll
Fine,
start.
fine.
Yeah. Rathi,
Ashwini.
please unmute Rathi.
Jai Jinendra, everyone.
Raki,
Audible?
shall we wait for another 5 minutes? It's 11:02 now.
Yeah, fine. We can wait for the other participants.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Shall we wait and then we can start?
Yeah, sure.
Because we shouldn't miss anything. That is the main thing.
Total, how many participants are there, ma'am, for the training?
Every day the sessions are different. So
Oh,
according to the subjects, they will be joining whatever they are interested into.
Oh,
First is going to be microgreens. Sudhaji, Tina.
Yes, Sapna ji, it will be first.
Microgreens is the second topic.
Microgreen is the second topic. Okay.
First is the food processing.
Food processing.
Okay.
Yeah.
सभी को जय
Jai Jinendra, everyone.
Jai Jinendra to all.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. Now, I welcome our chapter chairperson, Jito Ladies Wing Hyderabad, Sudhaji Kimti, to share few words with us. Over to you, Sudhaji Bhabhi.
सभी को जय जिनेंद्र. I should say yesterday's event. I welcome you all to this second day sessions on MSME Entrepreneurship Development Program. And I congratulate everybody who have attended this event yesterday also. And especially I should share that yesterday the inputs whichever we have got was really helpful for each and everybody who wants to start a business. How to start a business, and these are the basic necessities which we need to know before starting a business. So that was done yesterday, and today I welcome you all to the second session day, in which we will be learning about the food processing businesses. Especially, this is the main businesses which the ladies can do from home. These can be Atmanirbhar businesses, especially with the pickles, bakery, or any businesses which can be done with the food items, especially. I think that they will be covering under this food processing businesses, especially masalas like samba masala or any type of masalas which they can make spice mixes and all that. And the second session will be having the microgreens, which is again somewhere related to the kitchen. So I hope everybody would take the advantages of this session. Thank you very much. Over to you, Rakhi.
You're in mute.
Ashwini, Shweta, please unmute Rakhi.
Ashwini is there.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Sudha
Ashwini is
Bhabi,
there.
for your kind words. I would welcome Tina Bhabi to give introduction to our speaker today.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Jai Jinendra. So today I'm going to welcome Mrs. K. Satyamala. She is a senior principal scientist at the Central Food Technological Research Institute, Hyderabad, with over 25 years of experience in food technology. She has published 15 research papers, holds 2 patents, and developed several innovative food processing technologies. She has organized 236 training programs, guided 29 master students, and received 5 awards. Her expertise includes value addition, quality control, and development of new food products, especially using millets, fruits, and vegetables. She is a life member of several professional food science societies. Welcome, Mrs. Mala.
Just
Thank
a
you.
minute, Tina.
Yes.
1 minute. 1 minute, ma'am. I would like to acknowledge the presence of our national dignitaries as well as TNAPT zone dignitaries, Sapnaji Betala with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I just missed it. I'm really
And you're,
sorry.
Sudha ji, you're doing it wonderful. बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है अपने events workshop every day का. And
Yeah.
today's topic also is really great.
Really great. Yeah, this is something which is related to our kitchens where we have a heart and soul.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nice.
So over
And
to
we
you,
have our
ma'am.
national convener, Saksham Sangeeta ji
Yes.
Chaje, Swayam convener, Rashmi ji Shah, Rekha ji for MSM, for small business modules. So we welcome you all.
Thank you.
Yes, Mala ma'am, now you can start.
Fine. I think my slides are audible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So a very good morning. Thank you for the introduction and a very good morning to all the participants who are there online. So I'm just a senior principal scientist as introduced already. So today I'll be just talking about as an institute, CFTRI, what are the services, technologies and opportunities which are existing in food processing. So even before I go into the details, delve into the details of all the technologies or whatever the activities are there which can be made use by the entrepreneur, a brief intro about what exactly, how does the opportunity exist for this food processing. So if you see, India is having a vast land of agricultural land, which is the mainstay of most of the 60% of our population. Okay, and thereby contributing to the GDP as well. So it is the largest producer of food in the world after China. And it has so many raw materials are there where India is the topmost producer. And the level of processing, what you see in comparison to other countries, is very, very minimal. And there are all opportunities existing. India could become the food basket to the world, provided we consider the scope which is there and also the demand for food processing. And if you see, the food processing does exist, but most of the percentage of food processing exists in the unorganized sector. Though they are providing employment opportunities, we have the unorganized food processing accounting for about 42%. So this is a brief scenario about that. And coming to that introduction about the raw materials. So India is the largest
Ma'am,
producer. Yeah.
Mala ma'am, 1 second. Sorry to interrupt. Are you sharing the screen, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen,
No,
right?
it's not.
Because
It's
share
not
screen
open,
is
ma'am.
You're not able
stopped,
to.
ma'am.
Slide is not changing.
No, ma'am.
Slide at
The
all.
screen sharing is stopped.
You can share again. Actually, Nokar Mantra was going now, so tabhi.
Yes.
Alekia. But actually, it is not moving. Is it like
No,
that?
there's no screen
No,
at
we
all,
are able
ma'am.
to
No
see you
screen
only,
sharing has
ma'am,
been
not
started.
slides.
You need to restart it again, ma'am. There is no screen.
Okay.
Now we are able to see the screen, ma'am. You just need to open this PPT, your PPT slide. Yes.
You're able to see now?
Yes.
Now it's okay?
Yeah, you have to
I'm changing the
increase.
slide. You're able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. I have just kept it in the presentation mode. I think the slide is changing, right?
Yes, ma'am. It is changing
Okay,
now.
fine.
You
Okay.
start from the beginning, ma'am. We did not see any of your
Okay.
first slides.
So this is the first slide after the introduction
Okay.
slide. So what
Okay,
I was telling, where agriculture is the mainstay of Indian economy, which is contributing to about 60% of the population who are involved in this agriculture. Okay, and so coming to the introduction, I already told you that India is the largest producer of so many food commodities, and it is actually second to China if we see, and we still have the potential to become the food basket to the world as well. And if you see the food processing there are a lot of opportunities existing. On one side, it is providing the employment opportunities, but the more it is, 42% of whatever food processing is happening is only in the unorganized sector. Okay. And if I talk about the raw materials, our strength of India lies in so many raw materials where we are the topmost producer for commodities like the cereals, banana, mango, chilies. So many are there. And coming to fruit, second largest producer of fruits and vegetables in the world. But if you see in comparison to what we produce and what we process, it is very, very less. I can tell you an example of fruits and vegetables where the processing level is only 6%. Whereas in a country like you take USA or Philippines or Brazil, there 90% of all the produce, whatever fresh produce is being there, all is being converted to a value-added product. And moreover, we have so many other concerns other than being so there's a raw material wastage. We do not have we are lacking in the post-harvest infrastructure facilities. So I just put a figure where the post-harvest wastage itself has been estimated to the tune of 92,651 crore. So you can just see how much of opportunities are existing about for this food processing. And I have to mention here about the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, which is playing a very important role by introducing so many schemes from time to time so that entrepreneurs come forward and invest in this food business. And in spite of the huge success which India has achieved in terms of agriculture production, from the time of Green Revolution to now, we have achieved a lot of success in terms of this agricultural production. But on the other hand, it is lot of wastage. So we have about a wastage of 450 billion worth of fruits, vegetables, and grains every year. And if coming to the raw materials, we are having so many different raw materials. Now, when we talk about food processing is not just something like a rice or a wheat. We have so many different subsectors you can see. We can actually differentiate it to grain processing. We have the fruit and vegetable processing. We have the beverage processing or the meat, fish, or the spices, fruits and vegetables. You just name it, or the bakery products. So we have having so many subsectors. It is divided into so many sectors in that, and each of them has a different. Each of them have some opportunities existing where we can process so many different products we can make out of each of these commodities. So we have the grain products, then we have the horticultural products. So this horticultural products, it is coming to the fruits and vegetables. I've just mentioned here how the fruits and vegetable processing of India is only, it has increased from 2% to 4%. And MFPI is introducing so many schemes so that this processing level goes from this 4 or 6% to a higher percentage. And then we have the other sectors such as the milk and the milk products. And we have so many other products which are coming up. We have the ready-to-eat foods or the packaged foods, packaged drinking water. Then we have the consumer for other food products such as the what you can call about the other than fruits and vegetables, we have the bakery products. And let me tell you that bakery products are the bakery is something like a third largest industry in India, if you can say. And coming to the organization, there are a lot of organizations which are involved in this food processing activities. So we have some of the state agriculture universities or the private universities or some of the funding agencies which are actually promoting this type of food processing activities. So here we have some of the organizations for your understanding I have kept here. It is, we have as far as the policy formulations from time to time, whatever policies with respect to food processing is concerned, that is being taken up by MFPI, Ministry of Food Processing Industries. And then when we are preparing the products, what are all the standards we need to follow? So we have set standards which are being set by the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, which we call as the FSI. Then we have, if you are going for the export market, then we have the APIDA, the Agriculture and Processed Food Products and Export Development Authority. So like this, we are having so many organizations which come forward in promoting all our products, And then if you take up the other, as CFTRI is one of the topmost food research institute, which is there in India. So other than that, we also have other institutes which are working in this direction, which is the NIFTM or the IARI, Veterinary Research Institute, NDRI, which works in the area of dairy. So coming to given this brief introduction, I'll just talk a few words about CFTRI. So CFTRI stands for, I'm sure all of you know that it stands for the Central Food Technological Research Institute, and it comes under the umbrella of CSIR. We work under the Ministry of Science and Technology. So under CSIR, we are having about 37 laboratories all over the country. So CFTRI is specifically working in the area of food processing, and our research has always been towards for industry oriented or the entrepreneurship. And it was established in the year 1950, and I would like to share that this year we are celebrating 75 years of establishment. And then our mandate has always been to develop cost-effective, bio-friendly food processing technologies, and at the same time, our focus is on the food safety, health, nutrition, and environment. So we are catering to the needs of the farmers, the MSMEs, the global players, and the entrepreneurs, you name it, and we are catering to every section of the society who are involved in this food processing. And as an institute, we are having about 18 R&D departments. Like I told you that food processing is a very highly fragmented sector. It is not only pertaining to the fruits or the vegetables. We have the cereals, fruits, vegetables, the beverage, the bakery, the meat, fish. So like this, for each of this categorization, we have one R&D department which is working in that particular area. And in addition to, as you all know, our CFTR is located at, head office is located at Mysore. And we are having about around three resource centers which are supporting our head office. So one is located at Mumbai, the other one is at Lucknow, and this one is at Hyderabad. So this is just for your information I have put. This is our head office at Mysore. This is the left side pic. What you can see, it is about in 1950. At that time when the institute was established, before that we had lot of food losses. And that was really so much of losses were there in terms of I mean to say the agricultural commodities. So the king of Mysore, the Mysore Maharaja, has donated one of his palaces. So there we have established this CFTRI. So this is the palace of the Mysore Maharaja. And our portfolio, what are the areas we are working in? We work in the pre and post harvest protocols for extension of shelf life. Then we have the technologies for shelf life extension, value addition, development of products, the convenience products like you can call it the ready to eat, the ready to cook, or the ready to heat, or the heat and eat, or the designer foods like the low GI foods, the low calorie foods, geriatric population, the prebiotic, probiotic. So all these products also we have developed. And then in addition to all those things, we are also designing the machinery for this. Mechanization is very important when you are going to develop a product, because following the old traditional method of preparing, it is very time consuming and tedious. So CFTRI has designed so many of these equipments. And other than all these activities, we are also into our basic research. So like I told you, these are all the 17 to 18 departments which are existing at CFTRI. I would not go into the details. This is just for your information. Now coming to the cereals. Now I want to tell you here that we are having around 400 technologies. But I may not be able to share each of these 400 technologies. But for your understanding, I have put up a few of these technologies here in this slides. So any further information we would like to have, you please make it a point to visit our center, which is located at Hapsiguda. Now coming to the cereal products. So we all know that this grain processing is a very ancient technology. So 5,000 years back itself, you might remember the story where Sudama had given rice flakes to Lord Krishna. So rice flakes is basically made from the rice that is uh, known to us. So at that time itself, there's some basic amount of processing was there, we can tell actually. So now what are the cereal products technologies which CFTRI is having? Now if you take up each of the cereal, they have a different post-harvest treatment. For example, if you take a wheat, it is not that you take some cereal, all the cereals give the same type of pre-treatment. No. For each of these, according to the size, if you take the millets, if you take the rice or the wheat, each of them depending upon their size, we have to have a different type of post-harvest treatment or the processing methodology. So here we do have the primary processing we can do, or the secondary processing, and we can do the tertiary processing. Primary processing is basically you remove the husk from the grains. In the secondary processing, you are making a flour. The tertiary processing, you are making some product out of it. For example, a bakery product, a biscuit. So there are different levels of processing for the cereal products. So like I told you, these are the different types of processing, primary, secondary, and now you can, I don't know whether you have this ideas, we are having so many grains. You can just see we have if you see in India, the major grains are the rice and the wheat. Other than that, we have now millets. 2023 was declared as the year of millets. So millets are coming much into the focus. And then we have other pseudo cereals such as the amaranth or the buckwheat or the quinoa. And we also, CFTRI has quite a number of products. And other than that, we also have pulse-based products. So some of the major pulses we know that are the Bengal gram, red gram, black gram, green gram. So many grains we are having. So what are all the technologies? Like I told you, the size is very important, each of these grains. So when we are developing a product, the processing is very important. When we are developing the machinery, the size of the grain matters a lot. So what are the most common grain processing avenues? Either we cook it as a whole, we can germinate it, or the wet grinding, which is used for making the other products such as the idli, vada, dosa, or we can just dehull it, and brown rice you can, after dehulling it, can be consumed, or you can puff it, like you have the rice puffs, and then you can do the dry grinding of these flours and use it for so many preparation of so many products. So these are all the processing avenues what we have based on this technologies. What we have developed is the flakes we have the break products, we have the extruded products from each of these cereals, pulses and millets. So for your understanding, I've just put up all this. We have the different types of technologies, like we have the malted weaning food or the refined millet flour. And we know that millet flour, it is very difficult to store because of all their the fat content or whatever the ingredients are there with that grain. So we cannot store it for long. But CFTRI has developed a technology where it has improved the shelf life of all these millets. And we have also to have a technology for making this noodles from cereals and millets. Usually when we are making the noodles or vermicelli, from wheat, it is from wheat or maida, it is very easy. Why? Because it has a gluten content. But making a noodle or vermicelli from millet is very difficult because they are all gluten. They do not have the gluten content. So CFTRI has developed certain technologies like making of the vermicelli or the noodles from millets. And these are some of the products which we have in CFTRI. We have the infant food formulations, then we have the multigrain flakes, and we have the diabetic rice. And also we have actually, I don't know whether you have any idea, we actually make a ball out of this ragi, what you call as the ragi mudde. This is more famous in Karnataka side. So we have designed a machinery, making this ragi mudde is a bit of tedious process. So CFTRI has designed a machinery for that, for making the ragi mudde as well. And then we have the technology for the lentil chips, composite lentil chips also. These are all the products, instant traditional foods what CFTRI has developed. Idli, dosa, vada, you name it, and we are having all these traditional food technologies also. Then we have, like I told you, we also have developed machineries for processing of these grains. We have the papad press, we have the leg operated papad press and the hand operated dal mill we are having. We in our center as well, we have here at Hyderabad, we have a versatile dal mill. Previously, all these pulses based on their size, we had to design a separate machinery for depending upon the size of the pulse. But now we have a versatile dal mill where this dal mill can process any type of dal irrespective of their size. And then coming to the bakery products. So like I told you, bakery industry in India is the third largest among the food processing industries. And it has almost increased to many folds by now. And I think when we talk about bakery, mostly we hear about what you call as the Britannia or the modern foods. And you can see the major bakery products are bread and biscuit, which themselves account for about 82% of the total bakery products. So these are all the bakery products which CFTI as a technology CFTI has developed. We have so many biscuit formulations, about 9 different types of bread varieties we are having. We have developed a technology, the whole wheat bread or the ragi bread, sugar-free, multi-grain breads. Then we have the buns. In this particular buns category, I would like to add that recently we have released a technology to McDonald's. You know, CFTI has had developed a millet-based bun. And that has been taken out, the technology has been taken by McDonald's. And it is released in so many, even in Hyderabad, it is available in many of the outlets of McDonald's. And we have also had technology for gluten-free bakery products because there are people who are adults 1 to 10. So we have gluten-free products. Okay, they're sensitive to gluten products. So we also have this gluten-free products. And then we have the honey-based products because now India is becoming the diabetic capital. So replacing the sugar with the honey. So we have developed some honey-based bakery products such as the biscuits, the bread, bun, cake. Also, we have technology for chapatis. So the shelf life of these chapatis are about 10 to 12 days. But once it is open, you have to use it immediately. Is there. And then we have the different types of pasta products, the chocolate pasta or the whole wheat flour pasta, the multigrain pasta, the low glycemic index noodles for the diabetics, wheat vermicelli, and then the different types of attas we have, multigrain atta we are having, production of refined wheat flour or the semolina. Then we have the parota, making the parota type of technology we are having. And then the cakes and rusk, sugar-free cakes, sugar-free instant, eggless cake or the sugar-free cake rusk, the instant cake mix, gluten-free bakery products, and other bakery products. These are some of the sweet product like instant payasam mix or the sponge rolls, cream biscuits, cookies, donuts. Then coming to the fruit and vegetable products. So you can just see here, in a country like USA or the Brazil, the percentage of processing is about 80%. So why should we process? Basically to reduce the wastage of fresh fruits and vegetables, and also this during off season the product will be available. And we can add value to all these fruits and vegetables by way of processing like canning, dehydration, pickling, all these things. So like if you see with comparison to other countries, India is very, very less. So huge opportunities existing. So coming to the technologies which are there in fruits and vegetables, we have some of the post-harvest technologies for export of this mango variety. Because banana variety, why cargo, why? Because the air charges, if we transport it, it is very costly. So, but in a cargo, it will take lesser amount of time, more amount of time, but there is a possibility of damage by the time the product reaches the destination. So here we have worked on this where the shelf life is extended for mango by 35 days and banana for 40 days. Otherwise, usually we can see that once the banana starts ripening, it turns into black in color. So CFTI has worked on this post-harvest protocols. So the processing starts right from the stage of when it is management, right from where it is flowering, fruiting, from that stage, all the protocols needs to be followed. Then we have so many types of products from fruits. Any type of fruit. We are having all the pulp, the concentrate, the ready-to-serve beverage, the bar, the freeze-dried products. Then we have the juices. You can call the jam. Then we have the squash concentrates. So we have different types of products from different any fruit you name it, and we have CFDA has. Hello. 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 Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, there was
You
some
can
discussion.
continue. Yeah, there is.
From each of these fruits, we are having the juice, concentrate, squash, the ready-to-serve beverage, the pickle, pulp, storage, or the canning methodology. So for all these fruits, whatever I have listed, we are having different technologies. And we are also having the dehydrated products. The dehydrated is basically the science behind this is any raw material, because of the presence of moisture, it is bound to get spoiled. So when we remove the moisture content from it, you can store the product, increase the shelf life of the product by 3 to 6 months. So here we are having dehydrated solar dried products or the sun dried products or the vacuum dried, freeze dried, and the powders. Also we have the fruit juice powders like the mango, banana, orange, lime, etc. Then these are some of the other products. This is like the bar type of product. Then we have the date syrup concentrate or the honey-based fruit spreads. Then we have the sauces, tomato ketchups, pickles, and chutneys made from different types of fruits and vegetables. And coming to the vegetables, we have a whole lot of dehydrated vegetables like the dehydrated onion, garlic, potato, and tomato. And we have so many type of products, the puree, the paste, ketchup. See, the idea behind this, for example, I am sure that you would have heard, we have been reading in newspapers that the farmers are not able to sell their produce. Mostly tomatoes, we have read in papers, they are just dumping on the roads because they are not able to sell it. So then in that case, what do we do when the produce is more during season? So we can think of developing a value-added products. So it is adding value. Now, if you go to a market and purchase a tomato, a kg of tomato may be costing during season time maybe a 10 rupees or even for 5 rupees. But this at the same place, you make a tomato-based value-added product like the paste, the puree, or the paste, or the ketchup, that will cost you about 70 to 80. So what are we doing basically? We are adding value to the product. So this holds very much importance in this scenario. And then we are having a gravy paste for Indian cuisines. We are having the soup powders. We have the drumstick powder, which is now very much a nutritious product which is being promoted. Moringa is having so many nutritional values there. And then we have the carrot based beverages or the potato based products, such as the chips, powder, wafers, and minimally processed vegetables. It requires just a minimal processing. Now here I've just depicted what are all the treatment which goes into this. Supposing you take the raw material, then you are washing it, that is to be done. And then, for example, if it is a okra or a bhindi, what you call, you just trim the edges. So for every vegetable, whatever unwanted parts are there that needs to be removed, then we do the dicing, we give the pre-treatment, and this is surface drying, only drying for 1 to 2 hours, and then packing and sealing. So this technology we have developed for so many vegetables, whatever the vegetables I have listed here. For all this, we are having the minimal processing type of this type of technology, it can contribute to generating the employment. It can be adopted at the urban level or at the rural level. And it maintains the freshness and the quality of the produce, and it extends the shelf life. By fresh vegetable, if you take, it can hardly be there for one at the most 4 or 5 days. But if you do this minimal processing, then it will extend the shelf life by 3 to 5 folds. And then it is a very low cost technology as well. Then we have the controlled or the modified atmosphere. So usually when we are storing the vegetable, what happens because of the presence of oxygen, the vegetable gets damaged. So there what we are doing is we are replacing the oxygen with certain gases which will improve the shelf life, increase the shelf life of the fruits and vegetables. So that is what we call as the modified atmosphere package. And then we have the dried fruits and vegetables. We have this dehydration for fruits as well as vegetables. So these dehydrated vegetables, when you are putting in water, it comes to the original, the way it was. And then dried fruits can be eaten as a snack. And this dried fruits and vegetable, it is actually this dried fruit, it is actually dipped in a sugar solution. So whatever moisture content is there, that is replaced by the sugar, and then it can be stored for about 6 months. Same is the case with the vegetable, but here we are not using any sugar. It is just the moisture evaporation. The moisture is removed from the vegetable, and you can keep such a product for 6 months safely. You can store. So this is what you call in fruits when we are developing this dried fruits. It is by the osmotic dehydration. Osmotic dehydration is the water is replaced by the sugar syrup. So we are having so many different types of fruits-based fruit bars from the mango, banana, guava, and apple. And then tomato, like I already mentioned, we have the tomato pickles or the sauce, the ketchup, the paste, chutney, and then we have the canned fruits and vegetables. See, this product is so actually, if you are using canning a fruit, it has to be stored in a sugar syrup. And if you are canning, it needs to be stored in a brine, what you call as a salt solution. So that also needs to be standardized. What percentage of salt brine should be there, or what percentage of sugar goes into it. All this is very important when you are canning the product. So CFRI is having this technology for canning of fruits and vegetables. And this product, it will stay for 3 years. The shelf life of the canned products are all 3 years. Then other than that, we all have the jams, jellies, and the marmalades from different types of fruits. This is for your standing. I have just kept here. This is the marmalade. Then we have the pomegranate juice and the other pomegranate-based, fruit-based juices and products. Then we have different types of squash and the syrups. Squashes are usually the concentrated form of the juice. You cannot drink it. So squashes and syrup are the concentrated form. You cannot drink it directly. You need to actually dilute it when you're drinking. When we call it as a RTS, it is a ready-to-serve beverage. But squashes or syrups, you need to dilute it before drinking. And we have a separate, this one like beverage products. We have the, when the banana plant, the whole plant, the stem, what you call this, the center part, this is the stem. So this is actually discarded. But if you see that it is very rich in antioxidants. So, but when we are preparing the juice, we cannot drink it directly because it will be bitter, and and too much of, because of this presence of antioxidants or polyphenols, it will not give a good taste. So you can blend it with other juice. So CFTRI has developed a technology where it has blended the fruit juices with this banana pseudo stem juice. And then we have developed a technology for the cola flavor concentrate. Then we have the pineapple and orange based products. Then we have the ginger beverage, or the ginger you can make. We have made so many different types of products from this ginger as well. And these are the sugarcane beverage we are having. Then the Neera concentrate, the coffee concentrate. You just need to add a bit of coffee concentrate and then add milk, and then coffee is ready. And then we have sugarcane juice based products. So we have the sugarcane powder, the sugarcane spread, or the jaggery, sugarcane based honey. And then coconut based products we are having. Like we have the virgin coconut oil, which is developed from the fresh coconut. Then we have the freeze-dried coconut bites. This can be eaten as snack. Then we have the different types, oven-dried or the sugar-coated bites. And then we have the coconut beverage from tender coconut. Then we have technology for desiccated coconut powder. And some of the spice products, we know India is a land of spices. We have so many spices. So we do have the spice powders, curry powders. Then we have the oils and the oleoresins. This oils and oleoresins are a bit costly technology. It is mostly the oils which are extracted from the spices, which can be used as a for salad on the topping of salads. This is mostly for the export market. Then we have different value-added products from ginger. You can just see it. We have the ginger oil or the ginger candy, ginger paste. And the same is with processing of chili. We have products from chili powder, chili oleoresin, chili seed oil. We have chili paste. And then turmeric, actually, if you go by the traditional method will take many number of days, I mean 10 to 15 days, more than 2 weeks it takes for preparing the uh, processing of the rhizome. But CFTRI has developed a technology where within 1 day or 2 days the turmeric is ready, and also the curcumin content is very high. And we have to have a technology from tamarind also. We have a paste, tamarind powder, and we have all the millet based technologies now. So we all know that 2023 was declared as a year of millets, and we have so many millets, but what we see in the market is mostly the ragi or the minor millets are not much into focus. So for your information, I just want to add that we had a project here which was totally, we have developed all the breakfast mixes from the minor millets. So we have this different types of flakes from ragi, from the foxtail. Then we have the bar type of product. This is the extruded product. We do have this extruder here in the center as well. I would suggest if you can take some time out and you can visit our center as well. And we also have this puffing type of the product, which is used in the preparation of bar, or some of the products which is like the upma or the, this puff type of products we have. The semolina type of products. These are the noodles which we are having, ragi based noodles. And then we do have the soup mix from Little Millet, or the ragi based papads, urku from ragi ready mix, or the decorticated ragi. This decorticated ragi is nothing but the outer husk of the ragi is removed, and you can cook it and just eat it like a rice. Because when the husk is there, the cooking is a longer process, and also it is not easily digestible. So when it is partially dehusked, you can similarly, in place of eating rice, you can cook this in the same way it gets cooked, and you can eat it like a. So we do have a technology for that as well. Then we have the seed biscuits also, the finger millet based, ragi based biscuits, where the seed coat has been, it is more of a protein, and the fiber content is more, and also the calcium content is more. And then we have the malted weaning foods. We have a technology for some ready to eat snacks from all these millets as well. Then these are the millet semolina, that is a rava, which is used in preparing all the instant breakfast mixes. You can prepare a upma, you can prepare a idli as well. Then coming to the food machinery, so we are designing machineries, but we do not sell machinery. So there are licensees, CF licensees, who take this design drawing from us, the fabricators mostly who take the design drawing from us. So whenever we are giving a technology to any entrepreneur, we will also give you the list of CFTRI licensees who can supply you with all the machineries related to that particular technology. So these are some of the simple type of machineries we are having: the papad press or the bioplate making machine. Then we have the papad press, which is the hand operated or the leg operated. Then we have the dal mills. This is the versatile dal mill, which can be used for uh, milling any type of dal, or irrespective of their size. Then we have the pani puri sheeting and cutting machine. We are having the lemon cutting machine. Then CFTI has this. This is what I was talking about, the ragi mudde making machine. This is the ragi ball, which you can eat it with any type of sambar or anything like that. Then we have, this is the automatic dosa making machine which CFTI has designed. Can make about 400 dosas per hour. We have the idli automatic idli making machine which can make about 1200 idlis per hour. Then we have the chapati making machine which can make about 1000 chapatis per hour. It can be adopted at an industrial level. Then we have the continuous vada making machine as well. Then we have automation for this, like I told you, laddu making machine we have. Then we have the garlic peeling machine, and then this is the leaf cup making machine. This is made from all the forest produce, the waste raw materials, the dried leaf and all those things. We can use that and make this particular leaf cup. And then we have the jalebi making. And other than all these products, we also have developed products for children, multigrain products, or the fortified biscuits with nutrients, and then energy biscuits, or the minerals, or the vitamins fortified biscuits. Here I have just put this Amul because actually this was developed way back in the 1960s. I'm talking about when we were actually importing all the baby foods from other countries. So at that time, it was a huge fun cost on our. So actually, CFTRI has developed a baby food. Usually, in India, if you see the number, we have more number of buffaloes at that time. We had more number of buffaloes than cows, and buffalo milk is actually very high in fat content, so which will not be easily digestible for children. So CFTRI at that time has developed this technology of making this Amul baby food from buffalo, and the technology was also transferred through NRDC. And then we have the ready-to-eat foods retort pouches. These are all the ready-to-eat meals. So there is nothing like you need not cook it, just heat it, and then you can. Then we also have some of the other dried powder type of products, the mango powder or the encapsulated bioactive compound products. Then we have all the technologies. These are all the chapatis. Then we are ready to eat chapatis. We have the shelf life is about 6 months, ready to bake chapati. Then we have the ready to eat idli and dosa. Then we have the technology for this ready to eat sambar and chutney. And for all the most of the traditional Indian products, we are having this traditional foods type of products. We do have this. Then coming to the spirulina. Spirulina is actually a very good source of protein, vitamins, and minerals. So CFTRI, this is an algae. So this particular culturing of this spirulina can be taken up at the urban level or at the rural level as well. So CFTRI has developed so many products from this which can be taken as supplements. And then we have other, see when we are processing some fruit or any food material, also we should understand that a lot of waste is generated. And these waste also contribute to environment pollution, but they do have lot of nutrients, lot of compounds which can be beneficial from health point of view. So CFTRI has actually developed some given some value addition to food waste as well. For example, the watermelon print. From that, we have developed the tutti frutti type of the product we have made by using the osmodehydration technique. And this pineapple waste also was used for developing some pectin type, the meat tenderizer type of product or for pharmaceutical applications. So you all know when we cook mutton, since it is hard in color, we put pepper in. That is because it will cook the meat faster. So like that, similarly, meat tenderizer, CFTR is having a technology. And CFTR has always been catering to the mostly to all the underutilized fruits and vegetables also. So we have developed so many different types of products. These are from the pumpkin. We have made a pumpkin bar and the pumpkin jam. Other than that, we have so many superfoods from now. Actually, I think some 2 or 3 years back, we were listening to some superfoods like the chia, quinoa, and teff. So CFTRA has developed a wide variety of products from these superfoods as well. Then also we have the health and wellness foods like I already pointed out to you, the ready to serve banana pseudo stem beverage. Then we have the banana cereal bar as well. Then we have the kokum jelly candy and the jelly type of product. Then CFTR is also working on the prebiotics and the probiotics as well. Then some of our success stories, which are these technologies are very, very much transferred. These are some of the few technologies that minimally processed cut vegetables. Then we have the idli dosa batter in packs. Then we have the spirulina based products, which I already highlighted. And then coming to the food protections. See, when we are storing the grains, we face that we see that there are so much of losses. It gets infested. So CFRI has a separate department. So when we are storing grains in huge tons and tons quantity, how do we store it? So CFRI has technology. We also have a department which exclusively works in this area. Then we have this food safety. Also, we are working in the area of food safety. See, when we are developing any product, we get to see that when we visit any market, we just get to see that people are just to use the color or to make the product more attractive. You just see a sweet shop, we will put all green color, red color, yellow color to just attract the consumers. But we do have the safety levels as prescribed by the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. So CFTRI is involved in this analysis of developed food products as well. So we do have this, we analyze all the nutritional parameters, we can check for the adulterants, toxicants, and we can check for the, the general food pathogens. All this CFTRI is having a separate laboratory as well. Then we have also developed a packaging software. So you should understand that whenever we develop any food product, the packaging is also very important. Not that prepare a product and everything you in polythene pouches. No, each of these food product will differ in their packaging. If you have to extend the shelf life of the product, the packaging is very, very important. For example, you see that you take a milk powder. We know that when you expose the milk powder to air, what will happen? It will start absorbing moisture and it will form lumps. So that type of product again needs a separate type of packaging. So depending upon the product, we study the nature of the product, and then we develop the packaging material. So CFTRA has an impact software where it can predict the type of packaging material for each of these products. Then, if you want to interact with our scientists, we have an online platform, SME Corner. So you can just post your questions where our scientists will answer all those things. And then we have the instrumentation facility where you can do the analysis. Then we have some detection, simple kit for detection of common allergens, which is a part of the food safety. And then what I was talking about, all these technologies. So we are having 400. I could not up all the technologies, but I will tell you what exactly this technology transfer is. So whatever technologies I have listed as part of the fruits or vegetables or the bakery products. Supposing if any of you are interested in a fruit or vegetable product, say for example, a tomato ketchup. So we have, if you we have for each of this technology, we have the technical fee. Like minimum, our technology cost starts from 40,000 and it goes depending upon the type of the technologies. For example, the tomato ketchup you are interested in, the cost of the technology say 40,000. So 40,000 plus GST. When you are paying that amount, we will give you the total technical know-how. The technical know-how will include about the product preparation. That is right from the raw material, starting from the raw material. What are all the ingredients which goes to the preparation of the product? What is the machinery required for the preparation of such a product? The arrangement of the machineries, when you are preparing particular product, everything also needs to be the machinery. Not that one place raw material is coming, then you run to other place to wash it and then cutting. No, there is a particular sequence of how the machinery needs to be, the design drawings of all that will be given to you. And the total, and what is the shelf life of the product, what is the type of packaging material you require for that product. So everything will be given to you on the through this know-how on payment basis. And if you want to see the demonstration of the product, that also will be arranged in our pilot plant at CFTR. So two people will be allowed to see the total demonstration. You can take the raw material because this raw material variation is there from place to place. So you can take the raw material. They will show the total demonstration of how the product is done. Then they will give you the product as well. So this are all the services which CFTRI is offering. So like I told you, we give you on payment basis. We give you the technical dossier for all the technologies, whichever technology you are interested in. And if this is the contact number of our head office, so regarding any of the technology, you can contact or write to them. You can as well visit our resource center at Kapshiguda. And these are the other services which CFTRI offers. The analytical and quality control. So nowadays, I think FSSAI has made it very much mandatory that whenever you're developing a food product, you need to also put up the nutritional values and how much it contributes to your RDA, recommended dietary allowance. So all this analysis and all, you can get it done at our CFTRI as well. We also do provide consultancy to industries And then we do the consumer acceptance studies. Any product is developed. So you want to know that how the product, whether how much is the acceptability by the consumer. Then we also do the packaging material testing. And then we have the DPR, the detailed project report for all of these technologies for establishing the food industries. Other than that, we also have the HRD and the training. So for information, if any of the students are there, we are having a MSc Food Technology 2-year course. Then we have the 1-year certificate course. Then we are conducting 1 to 2 weeks of short-term courses. We conduct the EDP programs. Other than that, the students have the PhD, they can register for their PhD. Or people who have completed their post-graduation, they can register on our website, upload your CVs with all the certificates. So whenever there is a requirement for any project, your CV we will go through all that. And then if you really suit our requirement, then you will be called for the interview and they can recruit. So that is one opportunity for students. And also we do have the open day, which is there on our foundation day, October 21st. So anyone can visit CFTRI at that time. All our labs, whichever I have listed about the 18 laboratories, all will be open to the uh, public. And also you can see the demonstration of all these missionaries as well. So like I was talking to you about the MSc Food Technology course. So we take about 21 students from all over India for this particular MSc Food. It's a 2-year course. And then we have the short-term courses. On a weekly basis, we are conducting short-term courses. So throughout the year, we conduct about 30 to 35 regular training programs. So other than that, we also do conduct the custom made training programs on request basis. Then these are all some of the facilities which are there at CFTRI. You can just have a look through this. The pilot plant, we have the instrumentation facility or the sensory booth. Sensory booth is nothing but when you are preparing a product. So you want to know whether the consumer acceptance, how is it? This is a sensory analysis, how it is done. Then the analytical laboratories. Then we have the incubation center. So there could be person who's having an idea, but he does not have the facilities related to for developing that particular product. So we do have the incubation center. And for your information, we also here at Hyderabad, we provide all our missionaries on hire basis, on a charge basis, per day charge basis. We do provide on hiring as well. So you can take this opportunity, you can take up. And then we also, like I told you, we do conduct an open day where all the department scientists will interact and they will show all the machineries working time in a working condition. Like I already told you about the SME corner where you can interact, post your questions, and you will receive your answers regarding all the products, food products or what it is. Then scale up the hiring facilities, like I already told you. Other than that, we also have some free technologies. For this free technologies, you need not pay any amount. You just have to go to our website to register yourself, and you can download the whole uh, detailed project report of that particular technology. So these are some of the 14 technologies which we are providing for free. I've just listed a few. There are few more, total about 14 to 15. So these technologies are free of cost. You need not pay anything. Go to the website, just register yourself and download the methodology, what you call as the detailed project report. And other than that, we also have a monograph on home scale processing of fruits and vegetables. This is a book at a home scale level. How you can process this. For this, you can just contact our information and publicity department. See, mind you, all this information will be there on our website also. We have it www.cftr.com. You can visit our website and take all the information. Whatever technologies also I have listed here, it is very much there in the website. You just go click on the technology database. And for each of the technology, we do have non-technical right. So you can just see a briefing about the technology. What are the machineries required? What the technology is all about? And if you have to go to set up such a plant, what will be the project cost of that? So all these details are there in the website as well. So I thought in the last part of my slide, I will just add, if any of you is really interested in all the setting up of a food processing enterprise, like what are the basic requirements we need to have. So first of all, we need to have a proper site. Proper site in terms of what? In terms of supposing you are planning to set up some fruit and vegetable based industry. So see to it that you have the raw material nearby, not that you get it from some other place very far off, like say from some other state or something like that. Whenever it is locally available, processing of such a type of raw material becomes, I mean, it is not much costing also. So first you have to see to it adequate quantities of raw materials are available. Then the water is very important processing. So also the availability of water needs to be taken care, and also the power facilities, the transport facilities, the labor facilities. So whenever we are setting up the enterprise, so all this should be considered. So after that, we need to also proper drainage. So whatever, however, your after washing, where will that water go? So and also we have to see the environment, not disposing of all the debris and waste there itself. So because that becomes it is a matter of concern, causing environmental pollution. And how the if the nearby there is a stream or water body is located, also we should check that, because it should not be causing some problems for us in future. Also, you should also set up an enterprise in such a way that further expansion should also be possible. And then not that you have to process only a single commodity. You can think of a different commodities. Because supposing, for example, if you take a mango is available only during season. Then what do we do? The other time of the year, what can we do? This plant cannot be lying idle. So you can think of the seasonal commodities, processing of all the seasonal commodities. Okay. And then these are some important things. And then the proper layout for the equipment and how it needs to operate. So from the time the raw material is received, then it is washed, cleaned, and then it is cut, and then you make a puree. So all this aligning of this machinery is also important. Not that you receive the raw material in some place, then you take it out and wash it in some place. No, it is not like that. So the setup is also very much important. And whenever you regarding all this, there are also several laws and regulations for establishing the food processing industries. You can visit the website of Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. So you want to commercialize and your product needs to get commercialized, you need a license. So you can online it is available. You can visit their website, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, for applying for a license as well. And then some of the basic machineries and equipments which we usually use in the pilot plant, I just kept for your understanding here. Just for a pictorial representation of these are some of the missionaries, something like if you are going for a fruits and vegetable, we need to have the knife, different types of knife, depending upon the fruit. And then the juice extractor, we need to have the weighing machine. First of all, weighing machine is very important. Then if you are bottling the juices, then the can sealer, the thermometer is very important. The refractometer basically measuring the sugar content of your of the product, fruit product. And then this is called the steam jacketed kettle. Hope you're able to see that. This is for basically cooking. See, all the machineries, whatever you will be using for preparation of this, should be made from stainless steel. Because otherwise you use any other raw material, then there is a rusting problem. So always stainless steel. You have one particular SS304. Only that type of quality of steel needs to be used. Then we have the pulper machine for extracting the pulp. Then we have the hydraulic juice press. These are machineries basically for extracting of juices. Then we have the fruit mill, which is basically for cutting of fruits into small pieces when you have a large quantity. And then you cannot do that manually. Then you have the crown cork, bottling of machineries. Then you have the double seaming, that is the canning. I told you, no, when you are going to for a canned product, then how do you seal it? And you have the different types of dryers, the solar dryer, we have the tray dryer, then we have the potato slicing type of. These are some of the basic machineries which can be used for setting up of this fruit processing and vegetable processing. So in conclusion, I would just like to say that there is a huge opportunity existing in for food processing, because first of all, we are very leading producer of so many agri commodities. We have a huge market. We have seeing the shift. People are shifting from a urban society, rural society to a urban society. Likewise, women of the house are also working. So the type of product, the convenient type of products, there is a demand for different types of products. And moreover, nowadays, people, consumers have become also very health conscious. They are not, so whenever they are visiting a supermarket, they are just seeing the label, what is the nutritional content. So in that sense, there are huge opportunities existing to develop different types of value added products. And if you really need to develop, set up anything, any enterprise, so you need not start from the scratch. You can visit CFTRI. CFTRI is having lot of technologies. You name the technology. If the technology is not there, CFTRI can take up a consultancy type of project. And also there is a huge market for export, because we are having so many varieties of fruits do have an export. Okay. From this angle, I think you all can think of this. So I just want to conclude that we are a country which has a huge opportunity for growth in terms of processing, the post-harvest management. And so while we are doing this, we also should take care about the safety. So whatever product you are developing, see to it that it is safe product, hygienically developed, it contributes in some way to the health, and also we have to follow the regulations so that you get whatever the maximum benefit out of your investment. Thank you so much. Any questions? I'm ready to take. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are
Yes,
audible.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Everyone was on mute mode actually.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So,
Anyone else?
yes. Anybody has any questions, can please ask. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Madhu Jain.
Okay.
And so recently I am a social worker, and I was planning to set up you can say like I was trying to help SHG,
Okay.
SHG group, that is self-help group. So
Okay.
I wanted to give them machines related to, grinding turmeric or chili, or making khakras, papad, so that they can start their business.
Hmm.
So how should we go? That is what, like, so do you have any technology? I just wanted like traditional method, not very this thing recent, because see, cold press machines are there,
Hmm.
cold press oil machines.
Hmm.
So I wanted to go that traditional way. So how can this CFTRI help us in this?
See, as far as self-help group is concerned, I can tell you one thing is, uh, ma'am, we can always provide a training. That one opportunity is always existing. I would like to add that there have been 2 or 3 NGOs who have approached us for organizing a training, and I think we are shortly coming up with a training program on millets, which will be conducted very shortly in the next month. So here to just start off, ma'am, you can just initially you can take a training from CFTRI so that you will get an idea. And likewise, I have told we are having the technologies. So you please visit our website as to what is the technology you are expecting. See, missionaries, we are not supplying missionaries, we are designing missionaries, but we can provide you with a list of our licensees where those particular missionaries is available. And for this, you need to write to us.
Okay.
You have asked that question on the online platform, not that way, but you can always mail to us so that we come up to you with all the appropriate reply. We can give it to you as to what is the missionaries you are expecting, or what is the technology you want from CFTRI, which can take it up, or what is the type of training you want from CFTRI. So in that way, you can just
Okay.
Right?
So suppose, yeah, if I want to sponsor like 50 or 100 women
हेलो
for training,
हेलो
that can also be done, right?
हाँ बोलिए ना, एक
Yeah,
इवेंट
yeah.
चल रहा है
And you
सेशन
can.
ऑनलाइन 11 का.
Okay, okay.
You
Fine.
can
Yeah,
take a
हाँ
break.
बोलो
Actually,
बोलो.
in this center itself, I have to add here that we have a SERP organization. I'm sure you all might be aware of that. It's the government of Telangana's. We have that organization, so Society for it's their society. So they have taken a training from us on exclusively on pickles. We have designed based on their requirement. We have designed for them because they were making pickles, but problem was the shelf life was somewhere not very long, and the color of the pickle was just turning different, within 2 or 3 months. So they wanted to extend the shelf life. So here we have given to them. See, pickle making is not a rocket science or anything, but I want to tell you that the scientific way of making the pickle, because every time we make a pickle at home, everyone makes pickles at home, but every time, sometimes we may not be getting the same taste. But if you really have to get the same taste, irrespective of the quantity of the raw material, then we have the scientific methodology of what are all the process which needs to be done. So when you have this technology with you, irrespective of the quantity of raw material, if you apply this technology, then you will get the same taste, the same shelf life, everything, without any spoilage and all.
okay. And sometimes it is possible, like you must be having beneficiaries from marginalized families, and you are looking for donors, right? Is
Yeah.
it there?
No,
So
I
yeah,
didn't get you.
definitely. No, so that's what I'm saying, that if you have beneficiaries,
Hmm.
so funds we can provide. Like if you have 50 women and
Hmm.
you like that somebody should be there who can provide for their training,
Hmm.
right? So that can be done, right?
Yeah, we
So
can provide the training.
you can
But
provide the
beneficiaries
training,
has
but
to be identified from your end. Who are the
okay,
beneficiaries who want to take training from CFTI? That has to be identified. We will
oh,
provide you with the training after you tell us what are your requirements. So beneficiaries
sure.
are from your end.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank
We are
you.
not identifying the beneficiaries. They,
Okay,
on request, they come to us, so we design the training program for
okay, great.
them.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
And there is one more
Nehal,
question.
Nehal Nagada, you can ask your question. Unmute yourself, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, I have a very basic question here. I was just listening to your.
One second, 1 second. Please request others to mute yourself.
Yeah, ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nehal, can you on your camera, please?
Yeah, I'm actually outside. Is it okay if I put it off right
Is it
now?
okay? Yes, because ma'am will be comfortable to answer.
One
Please on
second.
your camera.
Just hold on. I'll
On,
just get
right?
aside and then.
On hai. I think on he hai.
No, ma'am, your camera is on. I was
Okay.
telling to Nehal, ma'am.
Neha. Okay. Fine.
Yes.
So, meanwhile, if somebody wants to ask a question, I'll just
Yeah.
get aside and then switch on my camera.
Ma'am, there is one more question in the chat box. What
Yeah,
are the gases and chemicals used while canning?
While canning. See, that I will not be able to tell unless and until you are taking it as a technology. And see, it is not that a single chemical will be used for any type of fruit or any type of vegetable. No, because if you are using that type of, you don't tell it as a chemical, we call it as a preservative. And the preservative also should not leach the color of the raw material. That is very important. So, if you have to want information on this, you please visit the website of Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. So, they have actually given the list of all the preservatives you can use at what level in which type of products. But CFTRIs, if you want to know what it is, then you have to take a technology from us. So I will not be able to tell you right now, like what is the technology, hey, what is the preservative which we are using there. Because it differs depending upon the raw material.
Few of the packaging products, it is mentioned no preservatives added.
Yeah, we
Is
are
it
developing
really
some
without
products without preservatives also. So it is not that no preservative. There, actually, you're asking about the mark in the market.
Yes, yes.
Market वाला product आप पूछ रहे हो.
No, they mention it on the packet, right? That no
Fact.
preservatives
That
added.
I cannot justify that. It is the company is adding. So
Okay.
I will not be able to comment on that actually.
Okay, okay, no problem. Yeah, Nehal is here, ma'am.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. So,
Yeah.
ma'am, my again question was related to preservatives only. Like you
Okay.
said, you also have a product like rotis and all, which has a shelf life of about 6 months.
Yes.
So I was just wondering, in that case, that definitely must be preservatives added to that.
Yes,
So how
definitely it will be
safe are
added.
they to be consumed? Because we hear a lot of videos, coming out saying that, to avoid preservatives and it's going to have a bad effect on your health. So it's better always to have a fresh home cooked food. So what do you have to say about this? Because all these products, they definitely have some preservatives to have that, shelf life added to that product.
Yes. See,
So
definitely home cooked food is always best. But right now, presently, if you see the way the things are, you know, the ladies are working, so they do not have. And I think more of online ordering has become the norm of the day. You have all the Swiggy, that apart. But I have to tell you that preservatives are not a concern unless and until it is beyond the limit it goes. And for example, even if some product, for example, you take a tomato based, a fruit based product, everything is having. Why are we adding a preservative in the first place? That is basically to store the product. Otherwise, if you are not adding the preservative, what will happen? You will have all the fungal growth, the bacterial quality of the product is destroyed. And moreover, if you think beyond that, the raw material, how much huge wastage of raw material I have projected in my slide to the tune of crores. We are having that much of waste. So we are developing these value-added products. And all these value-added products, we are not consuming in a large quantity. So everything is very, very in micrograms it is added. So I don't know how people might be thinking that but when you go visit a sweet shop and all those colors and all, they are at a fancy level, which is really not permitted. I told you, food processing in unorganized sector is much more than in an organized sector. So those people who are in the unorganized sector, they might not be having so much of this idea about all this FSSI and all those things. So this is where our FSI comes into play. So if you
But
are
ma'am,
developing,
there are products like with big brands, they have preservatives as well. But these big brands are also now into picture saying that, these preservatives are not good for our health. Like if you take it, even Kisan tomato ketchup or all. Kisan is a very big brand now. But the
yeah.
kind of preservatives they're using, it's now, aware. There's this awareness, among people saying that the kind of preservatives they're using for those ketchups, they're really not good for the health. So now how do we differentiate, like, which brand? Because all these are big brands only. So we
See, on the
obviously think that it's
brands,
an organized sector. So
see, I cannot comment on the brands. It is what they are putting in this one. I will not be able to comment. What are the type of preservatives they are adding? I cannot tell about the commercial.
no. So no, I'm trying to say about the products that you are, dealing with. So the level of preservatives, are they like, safe enough to be consumed?
Yes, that is why I'm telling that we have standards. All these standards are recommended by all the experts, which is the safest level to put this preservative in the product so that your product has a good shelf life. So CFTRI also develops the technologies based on all this. In fact, all this FSI, whatever is there, we are part of all the FSI committee when we are designing the type of, when we are giving suggestions for the level of preservatives which needs to be added, or the level of the color, whatever of course, artificial colors are not permitted beyond certain limits. But CFTRI develops most of the technologies which are developed by CFTRI, where if we are using preservative, it is within the prescribed limits, nothing more. And
All
how
right.
much are we consuming the product in a day? That I mean, if you, for example, if you take a tomato ketchup, in the whole, can tell you that for a kg, you will add somewhere micrograms you will be adding. Micrograms you will be adding. That is basically to prevent the uh, fungal growth or the bacterial growth of the product.
Right. Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you. That's about
Any
it.
other questions?
No, thank you.
That's it. Anyone else? I
So
think
you can actually, you can visit our center at the Hapshiguda. We do have a
Sure,
pilot
ma'am.
plant here. You can bring the participants, but you can inform us well in advance.
Sure,
Where
we'll do that,
you want
ma'am.
to
We'll do
plan
one
everything.
industrial visit
Yeah.
of, yes, we'll do one industrial visit.
Yeah, please. But you please
Yes.
keep us informed at least 15 days before, because we
Yeah,
have all
sure,
our
we'll do that. We'll do
approvals
that,
to be
ma'am.
taken. So
Yes,
you can
yes,
visit, have a
definitely
look
will
at
do.
all the missionaries, what we are having.
Yes, yes,
You can
yes.
interact.
No problem. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And that was a lovely session, ma'am. Very crisp and very clear.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very
Yeah.
good, ma'am. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's start with our next session. That is microgreens. And we have our speaker, Mr. Ajay, with us today, who is in BSc Horticulture, and he's the founder of Ad Leaves, microgreen producer. So let's welcome Mr. Ajay.
I'm sorry it is taking some time for me to get exit. You just give
No,
me some,
no problem,
because I
ma'am,
think
no
my
problem.
system is stuck up somewhere.
No issues. You can be there, ma'am, no issues. Yeah, yes, please, Mr. Ajay, welcome you all.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, I'm Ajay. Can you hear me?
No, we cannot hear you. The volume is too low.
Yeah, the voice is low.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
yeah. Now you're audible.
Uh,
If you can raise a more, I think it'll be better.
I'll try to speak louder.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ajay. So today I'm going to deal with microgreens, so which is currently the trending topic, I think, so in the whole agriculture industry. Because these microgreens are very small, and they have a lot of nutrients in it compared to the mature vegetables. So I think we'll start. I'll share the PPT.
Tinaji, can you just make him co-host so that he can start sharing his slides? Yeah, Ajay, you are in.
Yeah.
You are co-host now. You can start sharing your slides.
Yes, you are the co-host, Mr. Ajay. You can start.
Can you see the PPT?
Yes, it's visible.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma, it is visible.
So these are microgreens. Myself, Ajay. I'm from AdLibs. I'm the founder of AdLibs. So if you see microgreens, what are microgreens? You can see a small seed. So a small seed will soak it, and it will germinate after 4 to 5 days. It depends on the variety, and you can see here two leaves. When it emerges out, it will give you two leaves, and the two leaves are called cotyledon leaves. So those cotyledon leaves will have all the nutrients which are present in the seeds, and those nutrients which are present in the seed will so generally what are the seeds which we are seeing in the market will have compact complex nutrients in it. So when we soak it and when we water it or soak it, those water will unwind the complex nutrients into simpler form, and that will lead to the germination of a small seed. And you can see the and you can see there two cotyledon leaves. Those are cotyledon leaves which has emerged from the seed. So that is called actually a microgreen, and that is a stage which it will have a lot of nutrients in it. So that's why we are consuming it. So if you see in the third image, between those two leaves, other two leaves are trying to emerge, and those two leaves we call it as true leaves, TRUE, true leaves. So those true leaves, till that stage, a seed has emerged, we have cotyledon leaves, and the other two leaves are coming. And this stage is the perfect stage. We call it as a micro. So generally, this stage it will take around 7 to 21 days, and it depends on variety. Like few varieties will emerge faster and they'll give their true leaves soon, and we can harvest it early. But few will take longer time. And at the same time, this stage will have lot of nutrients, and intensity of flavor is also very high compared to the normal their matured counterparts. That thing, I think most of the people they'll be thinking sprouts and microgreens are most similar thing. So I wanted to make it clear that sprouts are different and microgreens are different. So if you see sprouts, we'll just soak it and we'll leave it for 2 days or 3 days, and you can see the radical coming out. So here, if you see this thread-like thing, that is a radical, and that is we call it as sprouts. In sprouts, we have a lot of enzymes because I told you the complex nutrients which is present in the seed, it will be unwind because of water. So in the unwinding process, a lot of enzymatic actions will be there, and because of this sprout, all the enzymes will be activated. So if we consume sprout, we'll have that seed enzymes. We'll be consuming it, and we'll be getting the seed nutrients. So that is the concept of sprouts. So if you see, these are microgreens, and you can see for sprout, it is only radical. For sprout, it is only radical. But if you see for microgreens, you find the leaf. So this leaf is the difference of sprout and microgreens. So this leaf, when it emerges, it will start to synthesize its own food, what we call as photosynthesis. So through that photosynthesis process, all the nutrients which are present in the seed, I'm repeating again, mostly if we call microgreen, a microgreen, whatever the nutrients which are present in the seed will be converted into simpler form. That is the most available. Most, and if you see, if suppose you are consuming a raw seed, then you'll be getting around 60% of the nutrients which are present in the seed. And if you consume sprouts, you'll get around 80% of them. But if you consume microgreens, around 90% of those nutrients which are present in the seed, you'll be getting it. And that too in the simpler form. So that's why these microgreens are having lot of nutrient absorption capacity. So if you see what are the benefits, so compared to normal matured, which if you see, suppose in case of broccoli, a normal broccoli seed contains suppose some kind of nutrients. So when it converts into a microgreen, you'll have nearly 4 to 40 times of whatever the nutrients which are present in the broccoli. If you see matured broccoli, you will have carbohydrates, proteins as a major part, and you'll have a lot of fiber in it. But if you see in the microgreens, you don't have much carbohydrates and proteins, only nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. These things will be in higher amounts compared to the matured counterpart. So that's why most of the research articles they are validating that around 4 to 40% of nutrients concentration. Like if you see 1 kg of broccoli is equal to just around 30 to 40 grams of microgreens. If you are consuming just 30 to 40 grams of microgreens, then you will be getting around 1 kg of matured broccoli nutrients. So that's why these microgreens, if you consume less, also that is also fine. So in this, if you see vitamins like most of the vitamins except vitamin D, because that is a kind of what is it, oil. It is dissolved in oil. it has to be present in the oil. So that's why vitamin B will not be there. And mostly vitamin C, E, K, and beta carotene will be there. And minerals also, almost what are the minerals which are present in the seed, you'll be getting it, but you won't be getting it in the sprouts and in the counterparts, in the matured counterparts. So that is the most advantage of these microgreens. So in the microgreens, you'll have iron, magnesium, and zinc. What are the nutrients which are minerals which are present in the seed? You'll be getting it. And antioxidants. These are also like quercetin, camphorol, and anthocyanin. So these antioxidants also you'll be getting it. And see, whatever it is present, what it helps you is important. So in that sense, it will be boosting your immunity, and it also helps you stay fresh, and it will keep your health, like skin health, in very good condition. And it also reduces cholesterol. Like it depends on variety. So every variety will have its own functionality, and so in that case, some varieties will also reduce cholesterol, and it also fights oxidative stress, and some inflammations it will also reduce. And the most important thing which has excited me to start microgreens is sulforaphane. It's a compound which is present in broccoli. If you see mature broccoli, you will have 1 gram of in general. I'm saying if you take 100 grams of broccoli, and in that matured broccoli I'm talking about, in that only 1 gram of sulforaphane will be there. But if you consume the same amount of not the same, just around 30 grams, you'll have around 30 grams, like nearly 4 to 40 times. I'm saying this sulforaphane is 40 times higher in the broccoli microgreens. So this is the most excited compound, this sulforaphane, and this sulforaphane helps in cancer reduction. There are a lot of international articles which are published around this sulforaphane compound. So that is what which has excited me. And so you have come to know what is microgreen. I think when you're also interested to do in your balcony, or you might be wanted to start an startup kind of thing on these microgreens. So for starting, there are different methods, different bases. If you see normal outside plants, they'll be growing in soil. Soil is just a medium for the establishment of plant. So like that, hydroponics is also one kind of medium. And here, coco peat or soil, you have to choose between. There are different mediums where we can grow microgreens. So in that, you have to choose which base you wanted to select. And this is cocoa coir. You might be seeing this coconut fiber outside. When you drink coconut water, and all the fiber material, it will dry up, and they are making it into flat sheets, and you'll be getting outside in the market. So you can purchase them, and you can also try with them. Or else this jute, you might be knowing about jute, and you can also try on jute mat. So this jute mat will also give good germination, and it will act as a base. So yes, now you have choose the medium, and then you have to select a kind of trays which you wanted to grow on. So for that, if you have chosen hydroponic model, then you have to choose this hydroponic based trays. And if you have chosen soil based method, then you have to choose the soil based trays. So these are the images. Just I'm trying to show you. So, and one more thing, you have selected the trays, and you need seeds. So when you see, you have to be very conscious when you are selecting the seeds. The seeds are the most important thing in the whole microgreens industry, where you have to keep a lot of concentration. And if the seed is not good, then your microgreens quality is going to go very bad. So in the market, there are a lot of people who are supplying seed, but you don't get quality seed from every vendor. Like you have to purchase from every vendor different seed, and you have to check their quality. Then you have to go with the person who is giving you good quality seed. That is the most time-taking thing which in the microgreens thing overall thing is, and you'll have a lot of poor germination. They won't germinate properly. And one more thing, in the market, suppose in your balcony you are growing some kind of coriander or some methi, or if you are growing it, you'll be getting the treated seeds. Like it will be treated with fungicide and like fungicide, it will be treated on the surface of seed and you'll be sowing it. But for microgreens, you cannot use that seed because that fungicide. I told you this microgreens will be consuming it around 10 days, 10 to 15 days will be consuming. So this pesticide might be going into the body and that causes the trouble to the body. So that's why we don't use the untreated. We don't use the treated seeds, and we have to use only untreated seeds. So that is the main thing in microgreens. And germination lag. Suppose if you have some 100 seeds and like 100 varieties, if you see radish, it will give you fast germination. And if you see other seeds, every seed will have its own germination time. So you have to check that, and you have to go through that. And one more thing is non-GMO. Like if you see outside some rice varieties, like uh, you might be heard about this golden rice or something. So that is actually GMO. So even government is not approving it. So you can't use such kind of seeds in microgreens, and that's the thing you have to be conscious. And so you have to choose which light you wanted to put them microgreens. So if you wanted to grow in natural sunlight, and you have to put it outside the balcony. And if you wanted to grow it under grow lights, we call it as this grow lights. You can see them. You can see them here. So we call it as full spectrum LED lights. This will have the same wavelengths which are present in the sunlight, and this will emit the same wavelength, and so that the plant will have all the nutrients in the microgreen stage. So that's why we'll be using lights in this. And one more thing, we should have fans also. So if you see in the when you grow something in the balcony, air will be flowing. So because of that air, you won't have a lot of fungal issues, and all those things will not be there. So that's why it is recommended to use fans also for just to remove the air. Like exhaust, you can imagine it as an exhaust. And one more thing is dehumidifier. If you are growing it in a controlled environment. See, one more thing, if you wanted to grow in a large scale, then definitely you need to have a controlled environment. Like if you are growing it in a balcony in a large scale, then that is not possible because of this weather fluctuations. Or if suppose today it is going to rain, then you have to remove the trees and you have to store them. That is very heavy task actually. So most of the people will be going for indoor farming. So for indoor farming, definitely you need to have this dehumidifier, which will remove all the humidity from the environment. So in general, this is the overall setup what I have told you. You can see this is the stand, and you can see you have to arrange the racks like this, and you have to put the trays like this. And here you can see this colored part this is fan, and these are lights. So with this light, here you have to put them. I'll be showing you how. So now if you wanted to grow, and I'll show you the process. On what are the trays which you have taken, you have to spread the soil on them, and just sow the seed. Spread the seeds on them. You have to spread the soil on the trays, and over that you have to spread the seeds. And then what you have to do is with the same lid, with the same dimensions of the tray, you'll have other tray. You have to put the other tray as a lid, and you have to put some weight on it, because what weight does is when the seed will have radical outside, it will push the radical into the medium, so that when a seed try to establish, it will have a very good establishment. Like it will have legs to stand, and the leaves will stretch for the light, and that becomes a good establishment for the microgreen. That's why you have to put weight on it so that roots will penetrate downwards, and then you have to close the lid. See, this closing lid, what it does is it will uh, it will curtain the moisture and heat. If you can see, it acts as an incubator. Like in the incubator, you'll have some same 37 degrees or something will be there, and this blackout stage will also act as the same thing. If you close it, then it will act as an incubator, and it will give the heat, like warmth, kind of warmthness. It will these microgreens will receive the warmth, and they'll be growing very well. So then you have to place them under lights. So after blackout stage, you have to put them into the light, which I have shown you. So this is the setup, right? So this under these lights, you have to place this microgreens, and you have to wait for around. It depends on variety. For some peas varieties, you have to wait for around 5 days, and for radish, you have to wait for 3 days. Like every variety will take some time depending on their growth. So in the last final stage, we'll get this water in the right side. You are seeing it. You'll get those kind of lush microgreens. So that is the thing, how you have to grow microgreens and all. And so you have grown very well, and now you need to harvest it. So for harvesting, generally in the market, you'll be having two kinds. One thing is directly they'll harvest and they'll put it in a box and they'll give you. And the other thing is, can you see here? So this is one box where we are giving with the medium. If you give with the medium, then the shelf life is going to be extended than the cut portions you get it in the box. So that's why that's why which I feel after experimenting a lot of times, it depends on variety also. Like few varieties will have strong stem, strong leaves. So those things won't require this with the medium. But few varieties like broccoli, they need this medium because what it does is they'll be getting wilted. However you store it, even in the transport also they'll be getting wilted. So that's why I don't recommend the cutting portion. But still, some people are giving it, and yes, it is good, but I don't recommend. So one thing is we are delivering with the mat. I mean with the medium, so that the customer will get the fresh produce whenever they want it to eat. So this is the one box which I have shown you. So this is how we are packing it, and we are giving. Directly you can cut and you can consume it. You can put it in the refrigerator, and it will be stored. It can be stored for around 1 week, and it depends on interest when you want it to eat, and you can cut and you can directly consume. So yes, you have grown. Suppose in general you are planning to establish, and you are exploring the market. So if you see, this is chef best ingredient, because even chefs know that when you visit some 5-star hotel or something, the whole plating, it will be you can count the nutrients in it. Like they are very much conscious about what kind of plating they are doing. If you see some salads like Caesar salad, and like there are a lot of salad varieties they are using. Every salad is having one kind of nutrient nutrient amounts. Like everything is calculated and they are using. So these 5-star hotel people who are into the plating, into the chef department, so they like this microgreens because they are very small and they are really having that worth of adding into the plate, because they have a lot of nutrients. So and one more thing, people who are mostly health conscious people who take some of my customers are having they'll be taking they'll be having one weighing machine in their home. So they'll be checking every day how much amount of food they are taking. So for such kind of people, and also who are into sports or who are really uh, health conscious about their health, and even children. For children, we need to give a lot of nutrients. So children will not get they'll be eating all the junk food and all. So but in general, like if you give in small amounts, also fine. So the small amounts will give them a lot of nutrients. So you can also concentrate on children, sports person, and whoever who is into gym, like they'll be doing a lot of workouts in the gym. So when you see a muscle, so this muscle will so generally these gym enthusiasts will take protein a lot, protein, and they'll also reduce the carbohydrates. They'll also reduce carbohydrates. So this protein will act on muscles, and it will start to improve your muscle mass. So, but in the process of building, you also require a lot of minerals and vitamins for the body functions. So those minerals, these microgreens will be supplying. So I think they are also very like a target audience where you can target the gym enthusiasts. And these are the ways where you can add your microgreens into your regular diet. Like you can prepare smoothies, you can add into sandwiches, like in the breakfast also you can add them. In the lunch also you can add them. And if you are eating any avocado toast like that, you can also add them. You can also prepare juices. And one more thing, I think you're all aware of this wheatgrass and all. So wheatgrass is also a microgreen. So a wheatgrass is also a microgreen, but most of the people, they don't portray it as a microgreen. They just sell it under the name of wheatgrass. So wheatgrass is also a microgreen. Same, if you see wheat compared to matured one what we are eating, like chapati or something, this wheatgrass microgreens will have a lot of nutrients. So just like wheatgrass, even these are all in the vegetable seeds like cauliflower, cabbage, beetroot, all these microgreens will also have the same higher amount of nutrients than the mature counterparts. So here you can also include it in the rice, and in the morning tiffins also you can put along. Like if you are making any chutneys with the idlis, then you can also add them into them, and you can prepare microgreen chutney. And one more thing, in the noodles or pasta also you can add them. And one more thing, we'll have a lot of pest issues because these are very. See, if you are storing some seed for 1 month, you'll be seeing a lot of insects, some kind of larvae inside. And if you are growing this kind of big microgreens, then definitely you'll have this pest infestation. So then you have to maintain everything very clear. And one more thing is seed. So if you see, these are all my problems where you can see this is the seed. Because the seed is not germinated well, they got to rot, and because of that rotting, that whole batch is gone. And if you see here, this is you follow my arrow. So this is PPM actually. So this is one kind of fungus where it will destroy the collar portion of a microgreen, and you will have all the microgreens will fell down, and that is one kind of pest infestation where because of when you don't maintain cleanliness, then all these issues will become. And if you see here, this is one kind of fungus. This is one kind of fungus where you can see all this is rotten. And here half seed is not germinated and half seed is germinated. So the most important part of microgreen is choosing the right seed, choosing the right vendor. If you are not getting the right seed, then the whole batch is gone. So that is the thing. And if you can see here germination issues. You can see only few seeds have germinated, and whatever they germinated, they used to fall down because of this uneven germination. One will germinate. And one more thing, if suppose I got the seed today, if it is harvested in the last month, in the last we have summer. So in the summer, most of the seeds will be harvested, and all the seeds will have the same germination time. If you take some varieties, suppose some rice or some variety, that rice, every grain will have the same germination time. That is the thing you have to notice. And few people, what they do is they'll mix the old seed, and because of that old seed will germinate late, and the new seed will germinate faster. And because of that issue, you won't find a proper germination, and that will be the biggest issue in the microgreens. You might not notice in the field. If you are sowing it in the field, you might not notice all these things, but for microgreens this is very important. And one more thing, I told you, fans. So if you are using very if it is blowing a lot of heavy wind, heavy air, then the chance of microgreens will dry out and they'll be falling. So this thing which I have encountered during my trials. So I'm trying to show you so that next time you have to choose the fans which rotate slowly also. And one more thing, it is sustainable. This is highly sustainable. So it requires very less water, and it will give you. See, I told you, around 1 kg of broccoli, you just eat 30 grams and 40 grams, you'll get the same nutrients. But I'm saying only nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants you'll get it, but you won't get any carbs and protein. But further, you have to depend on something else. So it requires very less water, like around 90 to 95%. And one better part of these compared to regular salads, what microgreens have an advantage is we don't use any chemicals. Like just you soak the seed and you germinate and you give it to the customer. That's it. They'll cut and they'll eat. There is no involvement of any chemical in it. And you can ask me how you are managing pest. And one thing is, I have tried for nearly around 6 months. 6 months only on trials I have spent my time. I used to purchase a lot of seeds from different vendors, and so I used to experiment a lot on over that 6 months, and I have gained enough knowledge on how to grow microgreens, how to choose the seed. So cleanliness is the most important thing, where you won't find any like any fungus or anything. So that's why no chemicals are used. And this is urban. Like somewhere I have read around 25% of the whole food industry among the world is being prepared in urban areas. So this is a part of the 25% where if you see in hydroponics, like lettuce and all, we have a lot of farms in Hyderabad where they are growing lettuces through hydroponics model. So this is also adaptable to urban environment where you can grow and you can sell it to the farmers. Where you can sell it to the customers easily. In the Hyderabad, you can set it up and you can sell it. But you have to find a market for that, and it also reduces because there is no lot of transportation from villages to Hyderabad. So in urban places, then a lot of carbon footprint will also be reduced. So now I'm going to just a brief about what are the microgreens which are available with us. So if you see broccoli, I told you there is one sulforaphane. So this is the sulforaphane is the most beautiful compound where it will reduces the cancer. There are a lot of research articles. I'm not just saying like that. I have read a lot of international articles on the sulforaphane compound where it will reduce the cancer. There are evidences where like people have researched around 8 years on the sulforaphane where it showed this is going to prevent the cancer. So that is the most important thing of broccoli. That's why you see most of the high net worth people will be eating broccoli a lot. So and you can see Latin and zeaxanthin. It will also help you in eye health and it will have a lot of folic acid which controls the blood pressure also, and it will also support immune and your brain health also. It also controls the diabetes. If you see radish, this is the most important thing which I'll be recommending to my customers who is suffering with diabetes and all. So it will reduce the blood sugar and it also helps you in body detoxification. And it will have a lot of fiber and it will also help you in digestion. And chia microgreens, if you see chia, a lot of fatty acids will be there. And vitamins also, you have vitamins A, C, E, and B. There will be a lot of calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus also in the calcium seeds, which they'll be converting into microgreens, and you'll be getting in very available form. See, one more thing, the bioactiveness of the compounds which you get in the microgreens is much higher than the one which you get through the seeds, directly through the seeds. So that's why you'll have a lot of calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. And in the cauliflower also you have microgreen. So cauliflower we have quercetin, which is very rich antioxidant. In the folate, it also helps in body detoxification. And see this sulforaphane, what most of the brassica families, like if you see mustard, cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, nool kol, kohlrabi, these all belongs to one family. So where you'll have mostly sulforaphane compound will be there in the broccoli family. So that's why. And one more important thing which I wanted to say is you can't grow every seed as microgreens, because if you see this Solanaceae family, like potato, tomato, these things, these seeds, you can't grow them as microgreens because there are a lot of toxins which will be present at this microgreen stage. So that's why it is not advisable to grow those tomato and potato as microgreens. So that's it. And yeah, this is also red cabbage. It is also from brassica family, where you have sulforaphane as a major compound, and quercetin. It is also an antioxidant, and beta carotene is also there. For you can see this purple color of this red cabbage. In the market also you'll be seeing one is white cabbage and there is purple cabbage. So that purple cabbage is nothing but we call it as red cabbage. So this purpleness is because of the antioxidants which are present in that. So it will help you in your body. And one more thing is red amaranthus. We call it as totopura in Telugu. So amaranthus will also have a lot of iron, where it will help you in strong hemoglobin, and it will also have betalain, where body detoxification will happen. And this will also have a lot of amino acids, which are rare, which is not present in every like every vegetable. You have special amino acids which are present in amaranthus. And alfalfa, you might be knowing it. Alfalfa, like when you go and eat some pizza or some burger, these people are also adding alfalfa seeds in it, because that is having a lot of health. Like there are a lot of compounds which are present in alfalfa which improves your health. And they are rich in vitamin K, and saponins are the most noted compounds which are present in alfalfa, where it will reduce the cholesterol and indirectly it will improve your heart health. And one more thing is estrogens, phytoestrogens, which are present in the alfalfa, which help in the enzyme balances. So in turnip is also one brassica family, and it will also have like same thing. What the brassica families will have quercetin, glucosinolates, and high fiber will be there. And pak choy is also brassica family, so it will also have the same calcium, magnesium, and potassium, everything. And see, one more thing which I'm stressing is in the microgreens you won't get carbs and proteins, only vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. If you are suffering from vitamin deficiencies or mineral deficiencies, is 100% advisable. So that is the thing. If you are consuming it for the carbs and protein, then this is not the right diet for you. And so arugula is the most if you take something it will improve other absorption. Like if you take arugula, because of low oxalates which are present in arugula, and if you take suppose arugula and you are taking something like chapati or rice, and this arugula will make the rice, the it will make the compounds which are present in the rice, it will, what is it? It will make bioactive. Like because you are consuming arugula, then you will also get nutrients which you couldn't absorb through your body. This arugula will make it absorbable. So that's the interesting part of arugula. So that's why you can see in a lot of supermarkets, arugula they'll be selling a lot. So that's the thing, and it also help you in alkalizing effect. It also balances your body pH. And mustard is the regular variety. Because of this mustard, what are the properties which are there? That's why we are using it in the cooking. It has become a regular thing in our diet regularly. And one more thing is Mizwana is also from the Brassica family, and the Komatsina. They have high folates, written and zeaxanthin. And one more thing, recently, what Kerala government has done is, Kerala government, they have, I think everyone is aware of this midday meals program, which will be conducted by government for the children. So what Kerala government has done is, in this midday meal program, they announced to add microgreens. Even government has recognized that these microgreens are really worth of taking. So that's why they have added into the midday meals program by the government for the children. So in that, what are the varieties which are released by the government? So pea microgreens are one of the microgreens which is notified by Kerala government, and sunflower microgreens, radish, and there are a few other varieties. So what peas does is it has phytoestrogen. It's the same thing which I have told about alfalfa. So this peas will have that phytoestrogen. So it's a better thing. So sunflower microgreens and sunflower, it will have lower. It reduces your cholesterol things because it will have phytosterols. Like this sterols is nothing but plant sterols, where it will improve our body health. So I just wanted to show you one glimpse of the process, and once I'll explain this video for you. So this is the second day, where second to third day we will spread the seeds and we'll water, and by absorbing those water by the seed, it will slowly germinate. So and this is the fourth day, and later this is the blackout stage, where we'll close the lid and we'll keep it so that this what is it? This cotyledon will search for light, and in search of light, they'll extend their stem length. So then slowly we'll introduce them into light. This is first day of introducing into the light. So they are slowly turning into green because when we introduce them into the light, then they'll start to they'll put their chlorophyll activity will be started, and they'll start to synthesize their own food as photosynthetic activity. So, and we'd like to say that we have monthly membership plans, and you can see that one is Herbstart, which is small for beginners, and Stubs, which are who are like couple of kind of people, where they'll get around 15 boxes every 4 days. Once we'll be giving 2 boxes, and if this is pre-tier, which is family people, like around if someone is having around 4 to 5 members per family, then they'll get around 3 to 4. They'll get around 3 boxes for every 4 days. So overall, you'll have this is our membership plans, and I would like to conclude. And I'd like to thank for the opportunity which is provided by the COVID. Yes, that's it. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Ajay, there are some questions listed in the chat box. Can you go
Oh,
through them?
oh, 1 minute. I don't see.
Yeah.
Do you help in starting a microgreen business? What I would recommend is you try small. Like you don't need to grow big. You don't need to start big. Like you take one small what is a food container box. You put some soil and you put some seeds. You'll be getting confident. Like you purchase seeds from different vendors and you try to sow it, and like um, you'll only get experience through doing. Like you have to do it, then only you'll get the experience. You said wheatgrass is a microgreen. How about spirulina? So spirulina, it's an algae, man. So it is an algae where it is different from microgreen. So spirulina is also like small algae where it will have lot of protein content in it. So that's why people are consuming spirulina. And how to consume?
I'll just read the questions. The first question was, how do we know if the seeds are treated or untreated?
If you see treated seed, some kind of pinkish layer will be there, some kind of powdery material, some kind of powder coating you'll be seeing on the seed. What I'd recommend is don't buy the seeds from the market. There are special vendors for microgreens, like All That Grows. It's a company, ALL, all THAT, that GROWS, All That Grows, where you can get those microgreen seeds. They are specialized into microgreens. And how to consume means, I told you, I have shown you a lot of ways. You can add it into salads, smoothies, juices, or you can do everything. You can add in everything. This is not a medicine or something. This is just like a methi. How you add a methi into every dishes, you can add it into everything, and it is having such a potential to go it into every plate. So can we directly, or one thing is, it is best recommended uh, to have it directly, because fresh, like raw thing, if you cook it now, the nutrients will be dissolved into the dish. If you are suppose cooking some bindi, so all the nutrients which are present in the microorganisms will be dissolved into the in the dish. So it's better, like just how you add methi. After cooking everything, you just sprinkle on them. You don't cook it, just you just sprinkle on them. That's it.
Okay.
Can
You
you list
said
the vendors?
wheatgrass is microgreen. How about spirulina?
I have explained that spirulina is an algae. Spirulina is an algae, that is different. It's an organism where these microorganisms are this kind of plants.
Can you list the vendors we can buy the seeds from?
I'm saying, one is All That Grows. You purchase from them. So they are the best vendors which I found in the market. So you try from them. All That Grows, ALL, all. I'll note it down. See, I have messaged you in the chat box. All That Grows. It is one company where you can purchase from them. They are very good vendors, which I found personally.
Okay. How are sprouts different from microgreens?
I told you, in the sprouts mostly you'll have enzymes. So when a seed, when a seed which is converting into a microgreen, there is a lot of enzymatic reactions which will be happening inside the seed when it starts to absorb water. So that is the thing. We'll have a lot of enzymes in the sprouts, but those enzymes and all will convert what are the complex nutrients into simpler form, and those simpler form nutrients you'll be absorbing through microgreens. So that is the major difference from sprouts, I say.
Okay. I think we are done with the questions. Mayuri, you've written, where should we get seeds from? Ajay sir has answered, All That Grows. There's one more question, nutrient wise, which are more beneficial?
Nutrient wise, see, everything has its own benefits. I can't say that only this thing is benefit. Only you have to consume. Someday you can eat sprouts. Someday you can eat microgreens. You have to mix and eat everything. Like you can't go with only one variety. You try to consume everything. That is what I say to all my customers.
Okay, I hope we've done with all the questions. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you to our two speakers for the beautiful knowledge you've shared. Ajay sir, thank you so much. Hope to see you soon tomorrow. Guys, join on time tomorrow so that we can start and we can learn more. Thank you. Jai Jinendra.